Hi guys, long time no see. Um, I wanted to share with you how to turn this into a journal. So you've done all your arts and crafts and your jelly printing and your various bits of stamping, and you had this underneath to protect your work surface, but now you've got this, and what do you do with it? Well, I'll show you how to turn this into a journal. It does not require sewing unless you want to. I will be sewing because I quite like it. This also uses up a lot of scraps, so I think it's all good. All you need to decide is which side you want of your paper you want to use. It doesn't really matter because you're going to change it anyway. Cover it up, decorate it. I have found I'm going to have the opening bit at the top, and I think I'll do it that way. So you take loads and loads of paper scraps that you have no doubt flying around everywhere, just like myself, doesn't matter what it is, and just you basically, it's just a case of, oops, a bit sticky, rip and glue, really, I'd say. It's what I would call it. You don't have to be too precise, just try and make sure you don't stick that close if you are doing any sewing, that is. Let's get a bit of paper. I'm going to open that up, that bit. Just do a bit of that. So we'll just keep randomly. Let's see what else we've got. I've got so much here. I've got a whole basket full of everything that you could possibly imagine. As you can see, I'm sure you have one of those baskets as well. There's so much scrappy everything in there. Photo, snippet of a photo that I cut off. We'll put that in as well. Just slide it into here. What else have we got? Oh yeah, this is one of my bits and pieces that I made when I was trying to teach myself lino cutting. Come on. So I am going to carry on just filling this whole space with different bits and bobs, and when this is all full up, I will, because you really don't need to, like I said, you don't need to be too precious about it. Anyway, I'm going to come back when I've filled all this up, and then I shall share with you the next step. So I finished a lot of gluing down scrap bits of paper. Obviously, I'm not finished. However, I'm going to carry on. My computer just went off, so I'm sorry Right, okay. So I've just randomly stuck some bits and pops on here. We'll move that out the way because you're going to put some fabric on it. Now, you can use any old fabric that you like, but I like to stamp on fabric. And that is where the sewing will come in if you want to do the sewing. You don't have to do the sewing. It is not a requirement. If you can't sew, don't have a sewing machine, don't want to sew, whatever the reason might be. But I like to sew it on, just scrap. So, and just didn't quite get that ripped. Ah, it keeps ripping the wrong way. That's okay. And just cut that way. These are scraps for another time. Put them up there. So I am not sticking them down just yet. I am now going to do a bit of stamping on that, whatever kind of stamps I have handy. I have found, for me anyway, the VersaFine is a perfectly acceptable stamping medium. So I'm going to stamp just random whatever's. Don't put them too close together. And right, so that's great. I bought these stamps on Amazon US.com. So a while ago. Obviously, I'll put all the links for everything that I have bought or not down in the comment section down below the video. Just do a bit more. As I said, you don't even have to be very careful with this. Just do a couple of things that you might like. Don't have to be too precious about it at all. And you don't really need a lot either. You can use as many or as little as you like. You can use ordinary fabric scraps. You don't have to stamp anything if you don't want to do that. You can just use, I don't have any, do I have any fabric scraps? Really? I have nothing. Oh, if I do, it's not handy. But you can use fabric scraps and you can sew those on. Right, so we're just, don't worry about them being a bit messy. We like messy. So this is like basically 2 journals in one. If you don't want it, there is obviously no sewing involved, because you don't have to put any spines in, you don't have to put any signatures in, you don't have to do anything like that. But before we do anything else, we need to get the sizes for the pages, as it were. So how I do it, I fold it in half. Like I said, don't worry about anything, because it'll all be fine in the end. Then I fold the end to the center, and then I fold and that's now I start folding for my accordion. Of course, I have the fold there already, so I was trying to get it to be as tight and pristine as it can be. It doesn't have to be perfect, because you're making a junk journal effectively, but it should be at the very least as straight as you can make it. Now that one, because this will then obviously determine the amount of pages you have. See there, I'm a bit wonky there, but it's all a bit of fun, isn't it? So I am not too worried about that. I have been away so long from this that I don't even remember what I'm actually doing with the recording bit, to be honest. There. Okay, so that's what we got. Tear that one off because we can. So that is in effect the Accordion Journal. Yeah, see, that is not too bad, but of course it's not finished in any way yet. So I am going to take my bits of fabric that I have, and I am going to, first of all, I'm going to glue them down wherever, really. I'll put one on there, put it skew with, doesn't matter. That's the problem, it comes off on your hands, because I mean, but I'm not too bothered about it. I am not too worried about that at all. You don't have to do it on every page. I don't. My age, literally, not even joking here. So I'm going to put that one at the end. I'll put a butterfly on. Now put a single butterfly on. And then I've got some left for next time. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine now, and I'm going to zigzag stitch these randomly down, these bits, just as it's going to be an added decoration. Obviously that needs to be done before you sew the top and that, and I'm going to sew around it as well in a nice little wonky way. I'll be back when I've done that to show you. Right, so here it is, stitched together. However, if you look at that, my sewing machine decided to run out of the bobbin, run out of thread. Always make sure you've got enough thread on your bobbin. And not only that, but it's also, I've run out of black thread, but never mind. So we have this now. I don't throw my threads away, I keep them because I often use them as fillers behind various, I don't know, butterflies and people and things like that. So here we have effectively a junk journal. I have a whole jar of thread. So we've got all this. This obviously has nothing on it, so you can decorate if you like, or not if that's what you want. I have one I made earlier. Anyway, so let's put this together, whichever way we like. Let's use that. So that way. We're decorating on the front there. I don't have to decorate any of this more if I don't want to. I can just be like that. And so I've just got, if I want to do that, these pages, which would then be like this little one I have already made. So there is the inside with the fabric and with the stamp fabric and all the bits, pieces. And then on the other side, again, I left it and I decorated just random bits and pieces. Usually just try and work things out to see if I like them. And there you can see me using leftover thread and where the boy is as well. So that is how this one started, exactly the same way. With just some leftover scrap piece of paper, and I'll be decorating that. And then a no-sew, if you want to, journal to get you started and get you using up your scraps. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.